Greetings to everyone, everywhere, and welcome again to our global meditation. This is our session number 13. So it's day 13. And I feel very happy that many have been able to follow from day one through. And thank you for your comments. Thank you for tagging. Also, if you want to tag more, please go ahead on Facebook and inform your friends also on the Instagram on which we are. So it's a great joy to continue and complete this first aspect of what we have learned. So to review briefly, we have started with re-establishing normal breathing, which happens by enlivening the diaphragm. And then we feel the restfulness, the settledness, and the physiology in the face and the shoulders and the hands. We feel the movements of the breathing taking place as we breathe in from the nose and we breathe out through the mouth, and that the hand that is on the chest is quiet because the breathing is happening from the diaphragm, which then flattens and then makes the belly move forward as we take air in, and then it moves inward as we breathe out through the mouth. And then we move to pranayama. Pranayama is the aspect of yoga that deals with breathing, and that Sukh pranayam, which is the comfortable, easy pranayam, but we added to that steps of attention, because attention is very important. And we are awakening the nervous system in all its restful fullness as we take in the life force of the air and the energy and breathe out the tension and the fatigue that we have. And do this at our own comfortable pace, easy, enjoying it, no holding the breath, no forcing things. And, we have right breathing, right side, right side, like that, back and forth. That is also to enliven different aspects of the physiology. We know that the brain has different dominance, and the right side of the brain usually controls the activity and the muscles of the left side of the body, and the left side of the brain controls the activity and the muscles on the right side of the body. And there are many aspects like that. So by doing the pranayama, also that there is this awakening that happens on both sides on a very subtle level, very subtle level. These are techniques from Veda, from yoga. And I have been trained by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who is the founder of Transcendental Meditation, which is the most complete and profound technique to transcend, which means to go beyond the changing aspects on the outside and allow the mind and body to be fully settled and in balance. So we'll go into transcendental meditation when it's possible, hopefully very soon. And now, so we will just, without further ado, continue. Again, I welcome everybody. So from Cambridge, we have Zizi Maktabi, we have Jennifer Davis, also very nice, looking forward for this in the morning. It is in the morning in Los Angeles when we are here at noon in New York area and Miami Eastern Daylight Time Zone. So welcome everyone. I'm welcoming everyone. It's a joy to see you from Budapest. I see also we have Cecilia, we have Sharon, and it's wonderful to have everyone. Renald from Montreal. Welcome everyone on Instagram also, from Iran, from London, from Turkey, from the Middle East, from Lebanon, from Cyprus, from all over the Middle East, also from Israel, wonderful, from Italy. It's great to have everyone. And now that we are started and settled, we sit easily in our chairs comfortably, and we stretch a little bit. Today we start with stretching, and we push the arms up towards the ceiling, taking a deep breath as the belly distends and the quietness, and then let it go. We move our shoulders, our face, our head. We take another deep breath and we let it go. And now we sit and put our left hand on our chest and our right hand on our abdomen. And we breathe through the nose easily, comfortably. Take a breath in through the nose. The belly moves out, so we feel the hand moving out. And then we breathe out through the mouth. In through the nose at our own pace. Out through the mouth. And the hand on the belly when we breathe out, when we exhale, moves towards the back. And now we have our attention as we continue breathing to the face. We feel the face is soft. We feel the shoulders are soft. We go to the shoulders. They are settled. They're not shrugged up. They're not tense. The arms are hanging from them. And now we move to the hands. We feel the hands are very soft. The hand on the abdomen is tenderly sitting there. As we breathe in, it moves out. And as we breathe, exhale out through the mouth, the hand moves towards the back. We do this a couple of times to remind that it's the most natural breathing that is most conducive to rest, and that gives a message to the nervous system that everything is okay, that we are not breathing under tension or stress. We're breathing as it should be normally. The chest is quiet, so we have the attention on the hand on the chest, and we feel it's not moving. We're breathing comfortably. Face is rested, quiet, soft. The jaw is dropped. We feel the shoulders also rested down. They're not shrugged up. The arms are hanging from them. The hands are soft, easy, not tense, not clasped, not in any way pushing. And the hand on the chest is also soft and not moving. It can move a little at the end of the breath, the inhalation, and the end of exhalation. This is fine. Generally, it's quiet. Now we feel, as we take the full breath in, we feel there is a time of silence, a little tempo in between, where we feel that we are changing direction now from inhalation to exhalation. So there is a little pause in between, just a little comfortable pause. And then it goes to the other direction. And then a pause, and then the other direction. So we take air in. As we fill the air, we are ready to exhale. We feel the little pause, and then we exhale. You do this at your own pace. So even when I say inhale, exhale, you might be already yourself exhaling. So continual exhalation is just the idea how to do it. Very good. Now we sit comfortably as we are still sitting, and we let the hands on the lap, easy. And we take the right hand with the right thumb, and we put the right thumb on the right nostril. We close it softly. We exhale from the left nostril, which means we let the air out. So we empty. And then we inhale from that same nostril. We close. We exhale on the other side and inhale. When we finish, we pause. As we pause, we change by closing the other nostril and exhaling from the new one that is now open. When we finish exhaling, we pause a little and we move again by closing the nostril that was open, exhaling, letting air out through the nostril that is open now. Pause after we finish the exhalation. Take a full breath in from that same nostril and repeat that. So let's do this for 1 minute, everyone at their own pace. And your attention just goes to the fact that there is breathing from the side, now breathing in, now breathing out. Now I am pausing. Now I'm starting to breathe in again, like that. Continue comfortably. And now your attention makes a little cycle, which means it goes to the face, that it is soft, that the hand is not pressing hard, just barely the intention almost is enough. When you are pressing with the thumb and then on the other side with the middle and ring finger, don't press too hard, just very soft. And you feel your face is soft and your shoulders are soft. And then continue breathing at your own pace. Now, after you breathe out on one side, now you breathe in from that side and feel that the sound diminishes. It's going to diminish if you breathe in a softer way, so that the breathing is really happening from the diaphragm. You feel it extending, and you don't hear the sound of the air moving through the nostril. Usually this is easier if you breathe a little slower, but don't force yourself. At no time you should feel short of breath. Whenever you feel short of breath, if you need breath, breathe in. If you need breath out, just breathe out. But see how you can have no noise in the breathing. Again, if there is noise outside, it's natural. There will always be some noise. My voice is a noise also. So what your attention is on the sound, that there is no sound as you breathe in, take the prana in, take the fullness in. And then as you exhale, there can be some sound, it's fine. And then you exhale all the tiredness, all the fatigue. So we do this for a minute. Now, as you exhale, remember you're letting go of tiredness, of fatigue. If there is pain, physical pain, or there is even emotional pain, anxiety, let them go. You feel they are just being released. They are being released. Let them go. And then when you inhale, in that silence inhalation, you feel that you're taking the prana, you're taking the life energy, the finest level of the principle of being alive, which requires oxygen, of course, and that's part of it. And we enjoy that simple joy of the life energy, that breathing that allows us to fill our lungs and then nourish the body and then let go of the byproducts of metabolism and any kind of negative changes or things that have been there, that they go away. As you continue your pranayama, I, of course, in order to speak, I don't do it. So if you open the eyes for any reason and you find that I don't have my hand doing pranayama, it's because I want to speak, but you can continue. Please continue. So now your attention will go to the sound again, the sound of the breathing, and that there is actually no sound. So that means the breathing is very soft. But on that sound value, which corresponds in Veda to space, is the subtle aspect on which the touch value will now happen, which is a value that corresponds to air. So as the air moves in silently, it touches our nostrils in the inside, and therefore we would feel the touch building up. So we would feel somewhere in the nostril and inside the nose, as the air moves in, we'll see a building up of sensation. That sensation is touch. You're feeling the touch of the air molecules touching the inner lining of the nose, and it builds up. At the beginning, you don't feel anything, and then it builds up, and towards, the middle or the end of the breath, you feel, yeah, I feel it. It's there. It can be in the middle, on the roof of the nose, somewhere in that area. So now the attention, as we continue pranayama, is going to move to the touch, the sense of touch inside the breathing pathways, inside the nostril area. Could be in the sinuses or the roof of the nose. So as you take the breath in, you will start feeling something there, and that is the touch, sense of touch. It's very subtle, very delicate, so barely, and that's why we're taking the senses on their finest level, because their fine level is happening only when we are really rested. And so if we tell the brain we're able to experience those fine levels of perception, the brain immediately feels, yeah, we are in a comfortable, relaxed state, and then the mind becomes more easy and becomes more comfortable. So we are really helping the mind and the body at the same time, because they are a continuum. They are not really, in a way, different. They are different in their expressions, of course. The mind is abstract, the body is concrete, but they are a continuum of consciousness, a continuum of being, our being. And as we send a message from the body to the mind understands it. And that's how we are automatically settled, without trying to force necessarily the mind to be settled. We can also have the body settled through the mind. When the mind transcends, goes deeper through transcendental meditation, we have seen, the research shows that the body settles down automatically also. So now, again, we go to the sense of touch, the touch inside, the air touching our inner lining of the respiratory pathways. And we feel if it has any temperature, if that touch or that area of touch is having any coolness, softness. It changes as it cools and then warms. We just feel whatever we feel, very delicate, barely no much difference, but you can feel it something. At least your attention is on that fire element. Fire, we say, if it's hot, but that's the element of change and metabolism. That is the pitta value in Ayurveda, or the fire, the Agni in Sanskrit. So continue your pranayama and feel that coolness or warmth. Usually happens a little bit more inside the airways. That could be also on the surface, of course. Now we will add another aspect of the senses, which is the taste. The taste is connected to water, to the fluid systems, and that's the fourth element. We had space, we had air or gaseousness, we had heat or fire, and now we are having water, or will be felt like taste. So as we continue our pranayama, we will now feel the attention go inward to the back of the mouth, actually, even as the air moves in. After a while, you go from, the sound, the touch, the heat, and then you feel some fluid at the back of the mouth, really the very back. It's still, you can feel as if you're in the air pathways, but now some water, some wetness, or some very fine taste you might feel in the mouth. you know, taste we usually feel in the mouth, of course, but you know that if you were to close the nose, then you will not be able to taste as well. So taste is associated with also the receptors that are in the breathing system and that help to make the taste happen. So there is that connection which is there, but it's just for our intellectual understanding. You know that if you know, when your nose is clogged or you can't smell anything, your taste also is not as sharp. Sometimes it even goes away. You don't taste things. So there is a connection. But independently, as we go now on, we just feel the sense of taste by just letting the attention go to the back of the mouth, to the back of the throat even, and feel if there is any wetness, any taste of something in the mouth. It might almost not be there. So if it's not there, it's again like the silence and the space. But the attention at least is on taste. What am I tasting? Is there a taste? Is there some fluid somewhere there in this area? So continue to do your pranayama at your own pace. And as you take the air in, you can feel in sequence the silence, the touch, the heat, the temperature, and then the taste. If you want just at the beginning to do just the taste by itself, you can do that a few times to see how it feels. And then you take that sequence. No noise, no sound, some touch built up. Yes, it is fresh a little, and then goes towards the throat area. And then we feel there is some moisture and maybe some taste. So we do that for a minute. So as we inhale, we have a silent inhalation. Then we feel the air touching the inside of the air pathways in the top of the nose or in the middle. Then there is a sense of what is its temperature, if there is a temperature. And towards the end of the inhalation, you can feel the taste. You can feel the wetness in the back of the mouth or the throat as if. And that is on the level of taste. So the taste might come a little later in the sequence. And when we exhale, we just exhale. We let go of everything. We don't try to feel or sound or anything. We just let go. If we do hear or something or feel some heat or warmth or something, it's fine, of course. But that's the time to release the byproducts of metabolism. So You will be doing this at home 3 or 4 times a day, every time maybe for 5 minutes, the whole sequence if you like. And if you're feeling now that you're comfortable with the breathing, with the diaphragm, you can skip that and start your pranayama. And from time to time realize that when you take air in, the abdomen moves, so that we don't go back to the habits of breathing with the upper muscles that we usually use when we are under tension or something like that. Okay, very nice. And then you experience these layers of sound, touch, temperature or heat, and then taste. So you can continue that now if you're not learned transcendental meditation, which is the way to transcend. There is a technique called transcendental meditation because it was a question came up, and how do we transcend? And we transcend through a technique. There is a technique to learn, and we will be able to teach it as soon as the lockdown diminishes a little bit, because it requires a one person-to-person instruction. And you can check where to go on the sites of tm.org, that is usual, or on drtonynader.com website. There is also a link to see how to learn transcendental meditation, which actually goes also through tm.org. So now we will meditate for those who practice transcendental meditation. And again, I remind you, just sit easily, comfortably. You will close the eyes, wait about a few seconds, half a minute, and then start your program. And during your program, you do not try to feel anything or associate the breath with anything or the attention with anything. Remember, it's an innocent, simple technique that you do it independently of what you have been doing in pranayama. Others, it's also a deep way to go back to the self physically and mentally, and you can continue what we are doing here for about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's start right now. We'll sit easily and have a wonderful day. And I think this is Easter time for the Orthodox Church, so also congratulations and best wishes on these divine occasions. Let's close our eyes.